this place is haunted. We need to do something about this house.
So basically I go into old buildings like this and remove any spirits that may be left over from the past.
There was definitely stuff in the house, really bad stuff.
There's something in there. Because he got me, yeah.
He was there walking through every room and praying over it and saging it and then realigning the house.
You know what? Go back into that.
When he said you guys aren't allowed to come in, that there is a real evil force or something in that room.
When we got done, the house felt great.
They had it cleansed, so we're okay now.
And I get a phone call from my attorney and he said, they're protesting the building and you need to get all the construction workers out of here and shut it down. So there's been a couple times where you're doing something and you think for the right reasons, and people try and tear you down and make it a lot more difficult, and you just want to give up. I had no intention of painting the house when I bought it. I didn't like the color of it. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to do all this stuff and still think it's ugly on the outside. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's pretty. So I decided I was going to paint it white. And, you know, we ended up having some protesters showing up on the site and harassing. And there was a lot of folks on Facebook writing whole things about me, what a bad person I was and how could I do this? And I'm like, I'm doing this for the right reasons because I don't need to do this. And this isn't to make money. I got to remember what the mission is and not the 2% that are going to complain about their meal and send it back no matter what. So I made some phone calls, found out that true legally I didn't have to do anything and I was allowed to paint the house. I didn't even have to submit anything. I wasn't happy about it during the time and it was very upsetting, but I feel like I was placed in a position to force me to be a better person. All right, so Danny, I want to get in here and see what we got going on.
Help me out. It's uncovered there.
So what do you think it is?
I think it's an old cistern.
Not like gas or anything?
Nah, it's where they stored non-potable water.
Non-potable.
For like washing clothes and such back in the day.
Okay, so it looks like they filled it in with some stuff.
Yeah, it's been filled in somewhat.
Ooh. Okay, wait 1 second. Wow. So it's a little bit moist. You don't sit there and look at a house and go, oh, we better tear it down because it needs new paint or the furnace goes out. You fix it and you put a new roof on and you do all these things and you add the technology. And that's why you have like a house like this that's over 100 years old. All right, look at that. You know how they told us there was a green roof? So it looks like...
Part of the roof trim, yeah.
Wait, what is that? Hold on. Oh, okay, this is cool. That's tile.
That's real cool.
All right, I think that's it.
About it?
For right now. So, I feel like I want to investigate this further. So we are in Columbus, Ohio, and this is on Broad Street across from Franklin Park Conservatory. We're in the Woodland neighborhood, which is very historic, and I didn't really know that when I moved here, but I watched a documentary, and this was considered a tech neighborhood. So they had streetcars, the first electric, indoor plumbing, all kinds of really cool things going on. They had advertisements based on the fact that it was tech-oriented. So when we come into an old house, you don't think about that. You think, oh, it's an old house. Like the electric needs upgraded, there's no air conditioning, there's all this kind of stuff. And in reality, they had telephones, they had a call system, they had indoor plumbing, they had a very sophisticated air circulation system, and then they had a boiler system and 10 fireplaces. So it was pretty off the chain, besides having a ballroom. So upstairs, there's a hidden ice chest that we're going to show you because this was built during Prohibition era. Yeah, so this is a really cool thing. So one, this is the laundry chute that goes all the way down to the basement. So if I open this up, that's what that is, but I don't want to fall in that. This, on the other hand, is, remember this house was right around Prohibition. So here, this was an incredible discovery. This is a ice chest with a drain for the liquor. That's pretty cool to be able to have that. And then I can only imagine, like you have a party and you're getting busted and the cops are coming, you open up the laundry chute, just throw it right down.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And you're good. Isn't that pretty cool?
Good.
And we've had the house cleared, so you don't have to worry about any ghosts getting on you or anything like that now. What I know about the place is that it was built by the Werner family, and they owned a rubber boot company, and they traveled a ton. They stayed in the Great Southern Hotel while it was under renovation. They would bring different elements from all their travels and put it into the home. It's a French operatic style, and they just did a phenomenal job of the woodwork and the fireplaces and the stained glass and everything from the grand staircase to the ballroom. This is back in the day when people actually had dinner. So this was a primary place for everyone, and dinner was such an important part of family. It wasn't, us sitting in front of the TV. It was where everybody talked about their day, everybody regrouped, and everybody met. And so that was really a powerful thing for the family. And I think this room, showing its presence, shows how important it was. When you take 7 years to build something, I don't think it's just a house. It's a mansion that was someone's home. He was an entrepreneur. He owned a rubber boot company and then also part of a bank. To me, I didn't know the family, but I have extensive documents about them, letters back and forth, photographs. I found tons of different things, but I found this 1895 medical, dental, and pharmaceutical faculty and graduates with all of these incredible Black Americans and females, and some were even on the faculty staff. And so this bit of history where, there was integration going on and things happening that were positive. It's just a really, really precious piece of history.
Lisa has basically developing an archive. And she has a number of photographs from the family that originally built the house. There's energy here from the people that built the house, so you start to think about, as this as a new residence, people are going to come visiting here, they're going to stay here. So I think in a way in which you can start to think about how the history can be brought back to life. Look at the photographs of these kids these predate the house. I love the fact that there's a connection to the past. I would get obsessed and stuck with them, and I want to learn their stories and how that ties into the house. This is 1933. I have my bracelets and my ring and have been enjoying both very much, especially the bracelets, which I have been wearing a great deal. So this is about a gift that was given. I think I need to spend like a week looking at these photographs.
Family that bought it in the 40s turned it into apartments. And so they did some minor other modifications, added some bathrooms and such. Luckily, they didn't mess with any of the historic woodwork, the fireplaces, or anything like that. But then it was bought by a different family afterwards, and then the Brooks family had it. They sold it to the next family, and that's who I bought it from. So there were 6 owners, I believe.
My mom actually compared me. She's like, you need to watch the documentary on Rockefeller. And I'm like, why? And she said, because you're like him. He had so many almost, I see how many challenges you have and how you just keep on going. And you don't think about that. You just see where somebody ended up.
I'm so proud of her. So proud. A lot of work. A lot of laughter and tears.
How are you guys doing?
Hey, that set of drawings I had, you had copies, were they in your truck? I need you to look through there and see if we got any second floor drawings. I think they messed up my sequence. Because I don't have any second floor on these drawings here.
Really? Because during the story, nobody talks about the fact that of what a show it is, right? Like, I'm not saying out loud all the stuff that's going on right now.
Okay? Thank you.
Yeah, they totally messed up.
Okay.
Where's the original set?
This was the original set.
This is?
Yeah, that's
That
a
got
stand
signed?
copy.
And it doesn't
At the
have the
city.
second floor?